Hello. Have you ever wondered what scripture writing is? Have you ever wanted to try it but not really know how to do it? Well, today we're going to cover that from the start to the finish and why it's important that we do it. And I have a brand new book that I want to share with you, so stick around and we'll go through all of that. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing you want to do is grab a journal. My favorite journal is this one, and I will link it in the description below for you. I like it because it has nice big space to write in. I believe it's a college ruled journal. I'm on my 5th one and absolutely love it. I also like it because there's a content page, so you can mark the page number and the verse as you're going along. Now, I do recommend that you do that. That is my big tip for you today. This is my 5th journal, and this is the first one that I've ever done a content page. Many times I've gone back to look for something and I can't find it because I'm flipping through hundreds of pages. There's 204 pages in each one of these books. So there is a lot of flipping through when you're looking for verses, so I highly recommend using the content page. So then you're going to find the scripture that speaks to you. You may be going through a season in your life where you need a specific verse, and that's the one that you can write. So you'll write it out, make sure you date the page and write the scripture verse at the top, like Psalm 23, verse 2, or just whatever you're writing, and then write it down. I do recommend finding a version that speaks to you. So I personally like the NIV, the ESV, and the NLT. Those are my 3. So when I write something, I will look at all 3 and find the one that really speaks to me the most, and that's what I'll write. You can also try a themed scripture plan. You can find those online. I have some on my website, jesusandcoffeewithmary.com, but you can also do an internet search and find a whole bunch out there that might speak to you. Next one is you can write out an entire book of the Bible. I've read that many people will write out a book and then they get they love it so much that they actually start in the beginning of the Bible and work their way through and just write out the entire Bible, which I think is pretty cool. All right, and then after that, you can get crafty if you want to with stickers and colored markers and doodles and all that. But I personally, when I'm writing scripture, just want to write the scripture. Now, occasionally, often, there will be a scripture that really jumps out at me, and I will want to verse map that. So I actually start a list and I will write down the verses that I want to verse map and really dig deeper into. Now, I promised you a new book that I have. So I have this new book. It's called The Psalms, and it is an ESV version. So let's take a look in this. I think you're going to really love it. All right, so here it is. This is the Psalm Scripture Writing Journal. The artwork is done by Ruth Chow Simons. I just love her. If you haven't read any of her devotionals or her books, I highly recommend them. So I love the deep spiral. That's huge. I mean, it's a really nice chunky size. Just love it. It's really pretty. And the back has more artwork on it too, which I think is beautiful. Ruth is known for her artwork. She's started as an artist and has turned into an author. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's take a look inside. So on the inside, we just have our title page, and this is a Crossway book, and it is an ESV version, the English Standard Version. And let's see. All right, so here we are on Psalm 1, and I have already done quite a bit of this. And what I have done as I've worked my way through it is I have used different markers throughout. So for this page, I used a Le Pen, and here's the Le Pen, and here's the tip, just so you can see it. It's a nice tip. It's very fine. I really like it. It's a small little pen, but this is the pen that I used for this one, and I labeled each one just so I would remember which one I used for you. And you can also see the pages are nice and thick, so you really can't see any of the, you see a faint bit of the writing, but it's really very faint. There's no bleed through at all, in my opinion. And I do also love the font in this book. It's an 11.5 font, and I love how wide the margins are. I mean, that's a good probably 4 to 5 inches with a margin, which I really love. And I love that it's in a single column format. I love that as well. All right, so let's just go through and I'll show you the pages that I've done. All right, so here, this is 2. This is Le Pen as well. I used this one. I'll leave all the links for the pens in the book in the description. And you can see there's, again, hardly any, you can see just a faint bit of writing, but there's no bleed through, which I love. All right, and then the next one I used is a Papermate Flare. So that's this one, Papermate Flare. And you can see the point on that. I love Papermates. They're I have so many favorites. It's so hard to say like what's my favorite because I really don't know. But also you can see there's like nothing on the other side. Not even like a slight, there's maybe a slight look to it, but that's it. Now, I don't know if y'all saw my review of the Le Pens that I did, but I said I would never use the dark gray, and I went ahead and used the dark gray. I made myself a liar. But again, there's the point. And I was trying to use the darker colors so that we could see if it bled through. So let's just turn the page. And again, there's not much there that would bleed through. All right, so then on this one, I used my Microline pen. I really like these. It's an 05, no, it's not an 05. It's a 0.45 millimeter. And I love the point on these. They're super easy to write with. All right, so this is the Microline. So let's flip the page so that you can see if there's any bleed through. There is not. I really like that. I used, I think it was this one, this gel pen by Mr. Pen. And they're okay. I'm not a gel pen girl, but if you are, I think you would like them. I mean, they're a fine pen. There's nothing wrong with them. I just don't like gel pens. I like markers personally. But this one, there is absolutely nothing that you can see through on the other side. All right, so the next one I used was the Friction Fine Liner. And this is an erasable pen. I also did a full video on this one, and I'll link it below for you if you want to check it out. Come on, focus in. So you can see the tip is a really nice tip. These are good pens. I like them. At first I was unsure, but now I really do like them. All right, so that's this one. Let's take that off. All right, and show you the other side. There's basically nothing that you can see on this side. So that's as far as I've got. I'm on chapter 7 of the Psalms. I really do like this book, and I can't wait to continue on and finish out the whole book. I think it's a really great book. I think it was only $17.99, so I really think that that's a great price. And I really love the Psalms. I have verse mapped quite a bit of the Psalms, and I can share that video in the link as well, or in the description as well. I just really love this book. I think it's a great investment for $17.99. You can get, if you can get, your kids involved in writing the scripture out, I think that's fantastic. But there's the pens that I used. All right, so there you go. Tell me what you think of this book. If you have it, tell me in the comments. Let me know how you've used it. You don't have to use this for scripture writing. You could use this for sermon notes. You could take this to church every week with you and just write your sermon notes on the other side. You can use it as a journal and just have the Psalms on one side. You can verse map. You could do all kinds of things with this book. Don't think about it only as a scripture writing book. I think that there are multiple purposes for this. This would be an amazing gift for people. And I think teenage girls would really love this too. It's a great book for a journal, scripture writing, verse mapping, whatever you want to use it for. So I will put the link below. I will put all the pen links below. Please subscribe so that you don't miss any new content.